Good morning. I'm Greg Watson, and this is Rec to Rental. Thank God, thank God, thank God for this beautiful day. Woo! The sun is bright, but yes, the Son of God always is. And a heavenly hello to my beautiful wife. So today, we're going up there. Going to the roof to take down the chimney, because part of the plans in opening up the living room, dining room, and kitchen area, the chimney's right in the way. So we're going to get rid of that and frame up the roof, put down some paper, and then shingle over the top, and then continue on the inside. So come along, see what we're doing, and hopefully we don't fall off. So Bob's up here all harnessed in, getting ready to chip away at the chimney, getting the mortar off first, and then we'll go cinder block by cinder block. Many chimneys have a 6x9 cinder block. These particular ones happen to wrap all the way around, which on the one hand makes it easier for installation, makes it heavier for deconstruction. So piece by piece and safety first.
Now that feels like that might be about 3 feet in there, because I'm not picking it straight up.
And these old blocks are often cracked, so it makes it easier to come apart. So we'll continue to take it apart piece by piece until we get down to the roof line. So the chimney is almost down, and we'll be loading the heavy pieces of cinder block onto the lift to take them to the ground as we continue to dismantle the chimney to below the roof line, so then we can frame it in and reshingle. So we have a hole, and we have a bunch of chimney debris. So we will be taking that over to the lift to bring it down safely, as opposed to just throwing it over the roof. So now from the inside, up in the attic, Joe's breaking apart this portion of the chimney, and we took it down through the access hole and then out of the house. So one level at a time. So we're breaking away the chimney between the second floor and the first floor, being careful not to tip it, which would then fall into these braces, which are helping to support the second floor until we get our glulam beam. There once was a chimney that is no more. So now it's just picking up all the little pieces, framing up the holes, putting down some subfloor, and then weaving in the new wood floor. So progress is being made. So this is the base where the chimney had its foundation. And so now it's all about removing the rubble and leveling it to the ground. I'm going to back up and you can start seeing squares, which will be new footings for steel posts. And these lines indicate where the new plumbing will go underneath the concrete slab after the slab is cut out, dug out, pipes laid, and then concrete poured over it. All the pipes will culminate right here, and there will be a grinder pump which grinds everything up, and then we'll send it upstairs through that out into the main sewer system. So you got Rick down here. We're going to start cutting some concrete. First thing we do is we take a drill through the concrete to see how actual thick it is. Today you have a handheld drill or cutter with us, and if it's too thick, I'm going to have to go get the Big Bertha concrete cutter. So cross our fingers, and of course I always say heavenly hello to my beautiful wife. Down, mommy. So Rick, give it a shot. Let's see what we got. the whole blade. So that took the whole blade. So let's hope that this is not 8 inches thick concrete. I would think it wouldn't be because it's just a basement, but we'll find out after. So I drilled a couple more holes and the concrete does seem to get thinner as we're going along. Most likely because this is the high spot of the basement and it slopes that way for drainage purposes. So we're just going to start up the handheld. Hopefully it will start easily. Sometimes they get finicky. Huh. He's starting. So Rick has cut out a square. Check. We got our pry bar. Let's see officially how thick this slab is. And by the way, the purring in the background is the sump pump pumping out water from the.
It's gonna be fun to get out.
We may need to cut a slice down the middle. Yeah, if it's too thick. So the concrete is too thick to try to wedge it out. So we're gonna cut a corner off, pull it out, and then try again. So we cut a corner out, and at this point, that's not too bad, thick-wise.
It's still.
Okay, that's the deal. So we're looking at about 5 inches at the most, 4 inches at the least. So the cutter should do just fine. Rick, carry on. So Rick has been able to cut more sections out. So we are lifting each chunk out over time. And there we go, popped up. If they were all just that easy. One thing I like to do is repurpose as much as possible. Now the items that are coming out of this home are older. We had the refrigerator and the stove, and we put them out here on the street corner and usually put a sign free. And within an hour or two, they're gone. We put out the washer here and also the vanity, along with a nice sink. So it's good to help others who may be in need of these items. And again, it's less things going to the landfill. So repurpose when you can. We're here in the master bedroom bathroom, and we have that pipe. That's just an air vent for everything to gas out. Well, it's taking up a lot of space. So the new design is not going to have the vent in the same place. So we're going to take it out. It gets us another 2 inches, but every inch matters. So to take out a pipe such as that, you need special tools or carbide bits to cut through them. And since it goes all the way through the roof, we have to start at the top in the crawl space to cut it piece by piece because they are very heavy. So once that's done, then we can start framing up that door for the entrance. This door behind me has been framed up. Now it's no longer a door. It'll be walled in, and this will be the area for the new shower. You'll recall that this was the wasted space between the bathroom, bedroom, and closet. Now we have it framed in so that we'll have a large 36-inch door for the bathroom and a 36-inch door heading into the master bedroom. I'm a particular one who likes wide doors because when you're carrying objects, boxes, chairs, desks, whatever it is, dressers, I hate banging my knuckles. So whenever possible, I will keep the doors as wide as possible. So we still have to frame in this portion here to separate the two. but we are getting there. Bob has to finish putting up the cripples above the doorway. But it's looking really well. And then in the bathroom, Ryan has cut out the pipe all the way to the roof. So tomorrow we'll have to patch the roof. And he'll come back, finish cutting this tomorrow. Bob finished framing up this wall, which has the doorway to the master bedroom and the doorway to the guest bathroom. When framing up walls, per code, we have our studs from the floor sill to the top sill every 16 inches. When we come to a doorway, we have what's called a king stud from the sill to the ceiling, and next to it, we have a jack, which then supports the header, and above it, we have the cripples. The idea is the weight from above is distributed and then down to the floor and then down into the basement and to the footing. So you did a wonderful job. Tomorrow we'll continue building walls. Like professional tag team wrestlers, Rick and Joe worked all day long to cut these grooves and then side slices so that the chunks can be lifted out easier. This project will probably take 3 to 4 days in total because it wraps all the way around the corner. After we get all the concrete out, then we'll have to trench down so that the pipes can be laid with a 1/4 inch slope for every foot so the water will drain properly. It was a good day, a productive day. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me, and may your day be blessed.